Okay, let's start then. So, yeah, go ahead, Thăng Tiền.
At that time, the world only one, wishing to state his meaning once more, spoke to in verse form, saying, when I was crowned prince, Rahula was my eldest son. Now that I had gained the Buddha way, he received the Dharma and is my Dharma son. In addition to come, he will see immeasurable millions of Buddhas. As eldest son to all of them, with a single mind, he will seek the Buddha way. The covert action of Rahula is alone incapable of knowing. He manifests himself as my eldest son, showing himself to living beings. With immeasurable millions, thousands, 10,000 of blessings beyond count, he dwells securely in the Buddha's law, and thereby seek the unsurpassed way. So what I understand is he say that Rahula is his eldest son, and the Buddha is the one that already attained Buddhahood, and his son um, has received the Dharma, and he is the Dharma son. So in the future time, he will meet many Buddhas. So all of them, he is the eldest son of all the Buddha. And with his single mind, he will seek the Buddha way. And so with many blessings, he will dwell securely in the Buddha law and in unsurpassed way.
Mm, okay. You know what's mean a covert action? Covert action does mean that in the negative way, right? But in this, so he support the Buddha in a secret way. Uh, Hi, Tammy. How you can hear me?
Hello.
You feel better now?
Yeah, I'm doing much better. Thank you.
Oh, really? We missed you yesterday. Mm. We're too far from your house now, or you feel better?
Yeah, I'm starting to feel better. So I'll get out more now.
Okay. You know our celebration tomorrow, right?
Yep, tomorrow at 10.
Yeah, will you come?
I'm planning on it.
How about your children? They. Mm,
No, they're with their father this weekend.
okay, good. Okay, so John, please.
At that time, the world honored one observed the 2,000 learners and adepts, mild and gentle in will, serenely clean and pure, gazing at the Buddha with single mind. Buddha said, Ananda, do you see these 2,000 helpers and adepts? Yes, I see them. Ananda, these persons will offer alms to Buddhas and thus will come one equal in number to the dust particles of 50 worlds, paying honor and reverence when guarding and upholding their Dharma storehouses in their final existence. They will all, at the same time, succeed in becoming Buddhas in lands the 10 directions. All will have the identical designation being called dual design, thus come one way of offering of right and universal knowledge. Perfect clarity and conduct well gone, understanding the world, unexcelled, worthy, trainer of people, teacher of heavenly and human beings, Buddha were on the one. Their lifespan will be one kalpa in the adornment of their lands. Their voice hearers and bodhisattvas, correct law and counterfeit law will be all cases the same.
You understand?
I guess from what I seen it begins to like the war animal like observed like 2,000 helpers and the adepts like observe them and I think let's see. No, that part, but let's see. Then
So all those 2000 arhat, right? They will become Buddhas in the future, and they have the same names, Chuisai, Thirskom one, and again, Tammy, I think last week we discussed why many Buddhas have the same name, right, Tammy?
Yes, we discussed it.
Yeah, you remember why?
No, I don't.
Cô Thông Nguyễn.
Yeah, I understand that many Buddha has the same name, but they are not the same Buddha. So it's like when we are sick, we go to the hospital, and if we are sick in our head or in our arm or in our body, there are doctors for these parts. So I think there could be more different doctor, but they are in the same department. So this is what I understand of that.
Yeah. Okay. So let me explain, I think, one more times. So they're the same but not the same. So in Buddhist view, in Mahayana Buddhist tradition, what we call the three Dhamma body, three kaya, three bodies. So the first one is the body of essence, Dhammakaya. That means everyone, every sentient being has the same Dhammakaya, or the body of essence. Everyone of us has that. Even the ant, even the one that in the hell, every sentient being has the Dhammakaya, body essence. And the next one is the Sambhogakaya, the body enjoyment. The body enjoyment, this is depend upon how they practice in the past. That's made different. Like Shakyamuni Buddha, yeah, he has the physical body much smaller than Amitabha Buddha. That's the body enjoyment. Depend upon how much blessing, how much practice they have practiced in the past. And the last one, the body of transformation body. The body of transformation, that's mean every Buddhas have that skill. They can transform them in any form of lives, whether in human life, whether in a celestial life or animal lives. So they have this similar, or they manifest themselves according to the will. So basically, again, the Dhammakaya, every sentient beings, every Buddha has the same. The Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya are different. So tell me, you follow that? You understand, Tammy? So the body of enjoyment and the body of transformation may be different, but every one of us, even the Buddha, has the same Dhammakaya. You follow, Tammy?
Yeah, I follow, but it's a little difficult to comprehend.
Oh, I think we discussed before, right? Like Cô Thu Nguyễn just mentioned. Okay. I say that I think. Let's see. Okay, like the ocean. Okay, the essence of the ocean is wet. You understand that? The essence of the water is wet. You understand that? But the ocean may have bubble. They have the waves. Or we can put this way: the oceans basically has the water. The water is the base one, regardless of where the water flow into the ocean. That's still the water. The water is the essence. You got my points now, Tammy? But the difference is the wave. The difference is the bubble. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And let's see here. Okay, go back further. So the essence of all Buddhas or all sentient beings are pure nature, like the water, right? But the difference are the waves and the bubbles depend upon how we lesson, how we cultivate, how we practice. Make sense now?
Yes.
Cô Thu Nguyễn, that's right. Like you get that energy to is similar to, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that the three, what you call trikaya, three bodies of the Buddhas. Okay, so go back to the passage. Yes, for this 12 or 2000 arhat, even they have the same names. Yes, Dhammakaya, their Dhammakayas are the same, but their enjoy body, their transmissible body are different. Does that make sense? Like, okay, there's many Tammy, right, out there, right? But each Tammy has different personality. That's just the meaning there. Is that understandable, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, so don't be confused. Yeah, go ahead, Tammy. Yeah, please read this.
At that time, the world honored one, wishing to state his meaning in verse form, saying, "These 2,000 voice hearers who now stand in my presence, on all of them I bestow a prophecy that in the future existence they will become Buddhas. The Buddhas to whom they offer alms will be numerous as the dust particles described above. They will guard and uphold the Dharma storehouses, and after that will gain correct enlightenment. Each will have a land in one of the 10 directions, and all will share the same name and designation. All at the same time will sit in the place of practice, and thereby will gain proof of unsurpassed wisdom. All will be named jewel sign in their lands and disciples. Their correct law and counterfeit law will all be identical and without difference. All will employ transcendental powers to save living beings in the 10 directions. Their renown will spread everywhere around, and in due time they will enter nirvana." So he's given a prophecy on the 2,000 voice hearers saying that they're all going to become Buddhas. And and they're all going to follow the same path. So they're all going to uphold the Dharma storehouse. They're all going to each have a land and all to sit together in the same place to gain wisdom and all have the same name.
Mm. Mm.
And spread the word to numerous amounts of beings.
Mm. Yeah, thank you. Thân thiền, you don't understand why it say that all at the same time will sit in the place of practice. You understand this? Thân
I
thiền.
think, yeah, more factor. I think all Buddha practice in India, and they practice at the same place.
No, I mean here, all at the same times will sit in the place of practice, and thereby will gain the we improve up unsurpassed wisdom. You understand this? Or will have, or will be named joy sign and so forth, or will employ transcendental power. That's okay. That's understandable. You understand this? All at the same time will sit in the place of practice to attain enlightenment, to become Buddha. You understand this? Mm. Anh Tâm, anh Jimmy, you understand this? Anh?
Yeah, Mô Phật thầy. Yes, I understand that when one of the when they're sitting and at the place and where they practice, they still gain the wisdom.
So my question is, do they sit at the same place as the different place at the same times?
They sit at different place at the same time.
Yeah, so don't be confused, right?
Yeah.
Something, oh, they sit at the same place. No, they sit at the same time.
Right.
Probably this should be this different place.
Yes.
Yeah, and understand Thân Thiền right here. Or at the same time, not at the same place, okay? So don't be confused, okay? Or at the same time. They sit at the same time and practice to attain Buddhahood, but not at the same place. So, okay. Yeah, go ahead and Jimmy, please.
Mô Phật Bạch Thầy. At that time, when the 2,000 learners and adepts hear the Buddha bestow this prophecy, they danced for joy and spoke in the verse form saying, "Were Honored One, bright lamp of wisdom, we hear your voice bestowing this prophecy, and our hearts are filled with joy at thought we were bathed in sweet dew." 10 great disciples.
That's enough. Let's just check the note.
Yeah. Yeah, Mô Phật thầy, how I understand. So even that more than 2,000 learn the Buddha, and they very happy as all as one.
Yeah, when they heard the prophecy, huh? So this
Yeah.
is the note. Actually, this is the note. And we move to chapter 10, the teacher of the law. That's summary of this chapter. Okay. All right. Yes. See here. Yeah, cô Thân Nguyện, please.
Yes, Thầy. At that time, the world honored one addressed Bodhisattva Medicine King and through him the 80,000 great men, saying, "Medicine King, do you see in this great assembly the immeasurable number of heavenly beings, dragon kings, yakas, shash, ganghavas, Asuras, Aruras, Kimnaras, Mahogaras, human and non-human beings, as well as monks, nuns, laymen, and laywomen, those who seek to become voice hearer, who seek to become pratika Buddhas, for those seek to the Buddha's way. Upon these various kind of beings, who is the presence of the Buddha, listen to one verse or one phrase of the Lotus Sutra of the wonderful law, and for a moment think of it with joy. I will bestow on all of them as a prophecy that they will attain Anuttara Samkhya Sambodhi.
You can stop there, please.
Yes, so I understand from this part that there are different beings was listening to the teaching of the Buddha about the Lotus Sutra, and the Buddha want to address to Bodhisattva's medicine king that any beings that uh, have a moment of think of it about the Lotus Sutra with joy, they will become they will attend Nuttara Samkhya Sambodhi. They will attend the perfect wisdom of the Buddha. That's what I understand today.
But you know why? What would I say? Whoever are delightful in listening to even one phrase of this Lotus Sutra, and the Buddha will still bestow them, still predict them that they will attain the Buddhahood. Why is that?
So I think that because when we read this sutra or we have the chance to learn or to recite this sutra, we already plant a seed into the Buddha nature. Also, this is like a mirror. We rely on this sutra and we start to on the way. So therefore, of course, when we plant a seed, uh, we will become in the future if we act accordingly to the teaching of this sutra.
Yeah, thầy giáo Pháp, you understand that? Why is that?
Em mô bảo what is the question today?
The question is that in this passage we say that okay, before the Buddha gave the prediction to most of his followers that they will become Buddha in the future. But in here, this passage they say that whoever listen and is delightful to one verse, one place in this Lotus Sutra, the Buddha will bestow them. The Buddha will give them prediction that they will become Buddha in future. Why is that?
Okay, yeah, more better. Not only the Lotus Sutra, but any Mahayana Sutra, the Buddha also will give a prediction that they will become, well, they will, well, I think it will become Buddha. The reason is they were in this, especially in this Lotus Sutra, this is where the Buddha revealed that every living being have the Buddha nature. That means this is open to the hope that every being can become Buddha in the future. So when we have the link to this sutra, that means we will learn how to practice the loving kindness and compassion and all kind of good Mahayana mindset, and that eventually we will become Buddha due to the affinity that we have with this sutra. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, other sutra mention about Buddha nature, but somehow not much in detail. like this. That's why they have the Lotus sutra set that advocates this principle. In the Shoma Sutra, yes, the Buddha mentioned that, but he spread out and mentioned that other principle too. In this sutra, especially, it focused more repeatedly about this type of Buddha nature that we need to invoke uh, uh, and, and develop. Yeah, go ahead, hey, Yafab, please, you can read.
Yeah, Namo Buddha. The Buddha said to the medicine king, in addition, if after the third come one have passed into extinction, there should be someone who listens to the Lotus Sutra of the wonderful law, even one verse or one phrase, or for a moment think of it with joy. I will likewise bestow on him prophecy that he will attain Anuttara as yet somebody. Again, if there are persons who embrace, read, recite, expound, and copy the Lotus Sutra of the wonderful law, even only one verse, or and look up this sutra with the same reference, they would be the Buddha presenting various offerings of flower, incense, necklace, powder incense, paste incense, incense for burning, silking, canopy, streamer and banner, laughing and music, and pressing their palm together in reference. Then, medicine king, you should understand million Buddha, such person have already offered alms to 100,000 million Buddha, and in the place of the Buddha have fulfilled their great vow, and because they take pity on living beings, they have been born in the human world, in this human world. Yeah, more about that. I think it's the Buddha say that if in the future, after he passed away, if anyone who listened to the sutra, even only one verse, and have a joy in a moment, right? Only short moment with joy, the Buddha bestow with the prophecy that they will become the Buddha, and the Buddha said that the one who have this and also if the one who embrace, read, recite, expound the sutra, right? With the sincere offering, and the Buddha said that this person already, when in the past, they already make an offer to even 1,000 million Buddha in the past. Due to their great vow and great compassion, they be born into the human world for the living being, pity on living being. Yeah.
What's the meaning of this passage then?
So this is the meaning of this passage, that the one who born into this world and who have the great affinity for this sutra, that means the bodhisattva, the reborn as a human to liberate the living being, I think.
Yeah. That's why they have a set of the Lotus Sutra, the Shirama Sutra. Yeah, Thân Thiền, please.
Yeah, over time. Medicine King, if someone should ask, what living being will be able to attain Buddhahood in a latter day existence, then you should show him all these people in a latter day existence are certain to attain Buddhahood. Why? Because a good man and good woman embrace, read, recite, expound, and copy the Lotus Sutra, even one phrase of it, offer various kinds of alms to the sutra: flower, incense, necklaces, powdered incense, paste incense, incense for burnings, silken canopies, streamers and banners, clothing and music, and press their hands together in reverence. Then these people will be looked up to and honored by all the world. Alms will be offered to them such as would be offered to the thus come one. You should understand that these persons are great bodhisattvas who have succeeded in attaining aniccarya samyak sambodhi. Pitying living beings, they have vowed to be born among them where they may boldly expound and make dissension regarding the Lotus Sutra of the wonderful law. How much more so is this true than, of course, of those who embrace the entire sutra and offer various types of to it. Yeah, one factor. So for someone that is glad today, distant. So if we show the this sutra to this living being in a latter day, they are likely to attain the Buddhahood, because I think if you preach this sutra to them one time, and they are likely to forget, but if you preach to them like on the second time, they are likely to read the sutra, embrace, recite, expound, and copy this Lotus Sutra. And they will make offerings, many kind of offerings to the Buddha. And these are the people that will be looked up to and honored by the world. These people that will be respected. And so they are likely to make the offering to the Buddha. And so these are the people that are the great bodhisattva that are likely to attend a new Anuttara Samyak Bodhi, and they're likely to be born to take to be born in this on this earth and expound the sutra, and they have compassion on the living being, and they're the one that help the living being to attain attain liberation.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So again, right? So the Buddha say medicine can, if you ask, if someone asks who will be attend Buddhahood in future, right? Uh, so so the Buddha say you should show him that whoever um, have read this sutra will attain the Buddhahood. Or whoever made offerings and, and even they may receive the offerings like other Buddha too. So they will attain the Buddhahood with that great honor in future. Okay, so that's why he have this type of encouragement for people to recite the sutra. Yeah. So John, please.
Is that medicine?
Yeah.
All right. Medicine thinking. You should understand that these persons voluntarily relinquish the reward due for their pure deeds at a time after I have passed into extinction because they pity living beings. They are born in this evil world so they may broadly expound this sutra. If one of these good men, good women, and that time after I pass into extinction is able to secretly expound the Lotus Sutra to one person, even one phrase of it, then you should know that he or she is the envoy of the thus come one. He has been dispatched. What is the is it
Yes.
of the thus come one and carries out the thus come one's work? And how much more so those who, in the midst of the great assembly, broadly expound the sutra for others.
Mm. You understand?
Please to us.
Mm. You understand?
I think I do understand it.
Mm. Can you summarize or what do you understand?
So let's see. So I think it's talking about as like one passed like into extinction, like for the medicine king to like understand. Like that those are like pity living beings, and so they were like born in the evil world. So, so like, they expound like the sutra. So let's see.
Mm. So again, after pass away, right? If they born here and they secretly espouse or teach this sutra, so the Buddha say that they are the Buddha envoy, not talking about the one that publicly explain this sutra. Mm. Yeah, and Jimmy, please.
No more beautiful thing. Medicine King, if there should be an evil person who, his mind destitute of the goodness, should for the space of Kalpa appear in the presence of the Buddha and constantly curse and revile the Buddhas, that person offense would still be rather light. But if there were a person who spoke only one evil word to curse or defame the lay persons or monks or nuns who read and recite the Lotus Sutra, then his offense would be very grave.
Okay, you understand that why?
Yeah, because if anybody have the bad evil mind, talk bad to either monks or nuns or Buddha, it's not allowed. That's how I think.
No, actually,
And yeah,
here the Buddha say that yes, even the one that curse or uh, scold the Buddha, that kind of karma may be lighter than the karma that that uh, they curse or slandering the one that recite the sutra. That's what's the meaning there.
yeah,
Yeah, Tammy, please.
Medicine King, these persons who read and recite the Lotus Sutra, you should understand that these persons adorn themselves with the adornments of the Buddhas they are born upon the shoulders of the thus come one. Wherever they may go, one should greet them with bows, with palms pressed single-mindedly together, with reverence and alms, with respect and praise, flowers, incense, necklace, powdered incense, paste incense, incense for burning, silken canopies, streamers, and banners, clothing, delicacies, and the making of music. The finest alms that can be offered to a person should be offered to them. Heavenly treasures should be scattered over them. The treasure hoards of heavens should be given them as gifts. Why do I say this? Because these persons delight in expounding the law. And if one listens to them for even a moment, he will immediately attain the ultimate Buddha. So this is the Lotus Sutra should be given as there are just because they're helping enlightenment.
Okay. So, what do you understand about this, Tammy? Sorry again.
So that the ones who recite the Lotus Sutras to others, that they should be given the highest of blessings, that they should be given great gifts because they're doing the best thing that of all, and that's giving everyone the word of the Lotus Sutra. So they should be in highest regard.
Yeah. Tôi thân mến, you know why? Why the Buddha say, okay, if you slander the Buddha, even that karma is much lighter than you slander someone that is at the sutra. And if you support this one that's inside the sutra, you have more blessing. Why is that? Why so important? In two opposite way. One is slandering, one is supporting the one that decides the sutra.
Because I think because it's important because if someone believe in this Lotus Sutra, and other person or other beings don't support them or even have evil thoughts, so it's destroyed somebody Buddha nature, and that is more because the Buddha himself, he already become the Buddha, and people who are on the way to the Buddhahood, so if some person have evil thought to the Buddha, is to have no harm to the Buddha himself. But for people who are on practice and if they get support from other beings, they will of course go faster into the Buddha nature. And if they confront more if a person or a being who have evil thought to these beings, there is a chance that they harming the Buddha nature of someone else or that beings, and therefore it will be have more harm to not only one being but even many beings at the same time and at the later times. And that's why in here the Buddha teaching us to be very careful when we judge or think about the others.
So let's say in our ESL class, right, we say, okay, we tell the student, no way for you to become doctor. There's no way for you to become professor and or the intellectuals. If we put down them, right, there's no way for you to become those intellectuals, those professors, those doctor. That's more severe if then the way that we scold or we look down upon those professors or those doctors. Which one is more severe?
We could not tell the kids that they cannot become anyone that they want to become in the future, because if we say this, we just destroy somebody, a doctor of in the future, or a lawyer, or important someone in the society. And that is more dangerous than we say some bad words to a doctor, because for him, he already a doctor.
That's the point. You see now? See? Tammy, you understand that? It's so important, right?
Yes.
So we can say something negatively about the doctor, engineer, professor. But if we cut off the chance of if we discourage our children, our younger generation, there's no way for you to become doctor like them. There's no way. So that's different story, right? Two different story. That's more severe. So they would be more discouraged to study. And there's no more doctor. There's no more professor at all for the society. And you make you understand the whole concept, the reason why Buddha mentioned about this.
Yeah, yes. There's two totally different things.
Yeah, Thang Thieng, you understand that now? Why the Buddha say that, right? Yes, the Buddha say, you can scold me, you can slander me, but don't look down, don't discourage the one that try to see side issue, try to understand, comprehend, or even review their own Buddha nature. That's more severe, right? Okay. All right. So let's move on then. Yeah, Cô Thông Nguyễn, you can. This is the second time you read, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
At that time, the World Honor One, wishing to state in his meaning once more, spoke in verse form, saying, "If you wish to abide in the Buddha way and successfully gain the wisdom that comes of itself, you should be constantly diligent in offering alms to those who embrace the Lotus Sutra. If you have a wish to quickly obtain wisdom regarding all species of things, you should embrace this sutra and at the same time give alms to those who do so. If one is capable of embracing the Lotus Sutra of the Wonderful Law, know that such a person is an envoy of the Buddha who thinks with pity of living beings. Those who are capable of embracing the lotus of the wonderful law relinquish their claim to the Pure Land and out of pity for living beings are born here. Knows that persons such as these freely choose where they will be born and choose to be born in this evil world so they may broadly expound the unsurpassed law. You should offer heavenly flowers and incense, robes decked with heavenly treasures in the wonderful treasure hoards of heavens as arm to those who press the law. In the evil world following my instinctions, if there are those who can embrace this sutra, you should press your palm together in reverence and offer alms to them as you should do you should to the world honored one. The choicest delicacies, all that is sweet and tasty, along with various type of clothing you should offer as arm to these Buddha sons, in hopes you may hear a moment of their preachings. If there are those in late age who can accept and embrace this sutra, they are my envoys sent out among the people who perform the Tuscom one's work. If for the space of a kalpa, one should constantly harbor a mind destitute of good and with angry looks should revile the Buddha, he will be committing an offense of immeasurable gravity. But if towards those who read, recite, and embrace this Lotus Sutra, one should even for a moment direct evil words, his offense will be even greater.
Mm.
So I understand again in this part, the Buddha remind that we should actually cherish and support to those who learning Lotus Sutra. All of the offer to the Buddha or to the heaven beings, all of these are not comparable to um, when we support someone who learn or teaching on this sutra, and if one do evil thought to this sutra, and instead he offer a lot of cheers to heaven beings or even honored ones, is actually not comparable, and is not enough for what his bad deeds. Is what I understand to them.
Okay, one thing is, I think we need to emphasize that you see, the Buddha would not mind people slander him, right? That type of karma is yes heavy, but he mentioned, well, if you discourage people that they cannot attain Buddhahood, or they don't recognize their Buddha nature, is more severe. This means they don't concern much about him. I mean that the Buddha doesn't concern much about him. He concerned about the future sentient beings that mm, they should develop and recognize. They should recognize, develop that kind of potential. Right? So this is quite different, right, from all the leaders or the religious, whoever leaders. If you slander the leaders, you're big trouble. Right? Whether it's political situation or whether it's religious situation and so forth. But would I say, wow, if someone's slander me, yeah, that's severe, but not much severe than you discourage other people to work on the path of Buddhahood. Tammy, you understand that whole concept, whole paradigms? You understand that?
Yeah, I understand it. But what about like when that, not that someone deserves slander, but what if like, so say like the president, a leader, but or the old president, so he's a great leader, but his actions don't show. So you would be tempted to slander him. So how do you kind of prevent that kind of bad karma coming back to you because of the actions, and what you've already experienced and seen in them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So again, that's not the thing that we want to discuss, whether they have bad karma or not. But my point is here that even someone slander the Buddha, doesn't have any attachment. He recognized, yes, that person great bad karma. But if that person, the same person that slander him, that discouraged other people not to practice, not to recognize and develop the potential to become Buddha, that's more severe. Of course, like you say, yeah, if the leaders uh, make mistake or whichever way that people recognize, yeah, we need to, uh, to give some comment about that. But of course, in this free country, you can do so, right? You can scroll the president, whoever. But in communist country, right, don't do that. You head into the jail, right? So it depends upon the situation. But my point is just again, the Buddha mm, mm, did not attach to himself too much. That's what I mean. So if people stand to him, they say, yes, they great bad karma, but the one who discouraged someone that want to practice the way, want to um, activate their Buddha nature, or understand their Buddha nature is more severe. Yeah. Is it understandable, Kenny?
Yes, that's understandable.
Good.
Thanks.
Yeah, and Jimmy, you follow me? And Jimmy?
But yes, sir.
Cô Thông Nguyễn, you understand why? Why is that? Why Buddha say if someone selected him is more lighter than the one that discourage other? We discussed what, but why Buddha mention that? We know that if we discourage other people to become doctor engineer, that cut off the intellectual. But again, go back. Why is that? Why did Buddha mention that?
So that I think because of the compassion.
Yes.
It's
Yes, compassion. Yeah, he attended Buddhahood already. He has compassion. That's the core teaching. That's the core approach, right? Compassion for the one that follow him. He wants people, he wants sentient beings to attain the same status as him. Understand, Thân Thiện? You understand that?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Anything, Thầy Giáo Pháp? Anything else you want to say? Understand that, right?
Yeah, I do understand that. The Buddha very compassionate because he want to prevent the future living being to discourage the one who practice the Buddhism. Because if we cut off not only the practitioner that who on the way to the Buddha way, we also cut off the benefit that the living being who have affinity with the practitioner, they will not be able to benefit from this practitioner as well. So we cut off a lot of good source from this. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's clear, right, Tammy? Right?
Yes.
Like you as a mother, right? People may offend you, but you want to protect your children of your effort of your life, right? So they can discourage you, right? They can slander you, they can yell at you, but somehow you may not like them to discourage your student, your children to college to become doctor. It's in similar way. Is it understandable now, right?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So since time is up, let's us finish up here today. Since we read a couple of times already, and yeah. Okay. We will have a Buddha birthday celebration at our center. Um, yeah. All right. So let's finish up then. Go ahead, Thân Thiện, please.
Namo Sakyamuni Buddha, Namo Sakyamuni Buddha, Namo Sakyamuni Buddha.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. So thank you. Thank you, everyone. So see you tomorrow, Tammy. Okay.